Guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of SoCal Watch Reviews. I'm Miguel. This is episode 15. I got my boy P on the other line. P, how's it going?
Yo, it's going. What's up, people? Happy New Year.
Welcome. Happy New Year to you too, P.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year, man.
I know we've been in touch, and we, full disclosure to everybody, we're very transparent with our audience because obviously you guys are family and you guys are so close. You send us messages on Instagram. You like our stuff. You listen to our episodes, so we do appreciate it. So full disclosure, we actually had one episode, 2 episodes planned before the new year. We were going to talk about this specific topic, which is the best and the worst of 2019. I know a lot of podcasts, a lot of websites, a lot of YouTube channels already did that and they're past that. But hey, better late than never, right, P?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let's start off with the wrist check. Well, what are you wearing, sir?
I am wearing a Casio World Time on a black NATO strap.
Mm-hmm. You know. And you put out a video on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little unboxing. That's cool. Yeah. It's often referred as the Casio Royalle. Is that
right? Yeah, Casio
awesome.
Royalle.
So
that's it.
Let's talk about this because what you're wearing and what I'm wearing is actually our Christmas gifts.
Right.
So you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's fine. Let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so Christmas was great, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
He thinks, people. He thinks.
I think. You know what I can remember, but
okay, it's one of those nights, huh?
Yeah. So, I think I got some pretty good gifts. Got a few watch straps, couple watches. What else did I get? Oh, I got a polo sweatsuit.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You look like one of those Russian mafia guys. You just need the gold chain.
Right. And a polo shirt, I think, and remember the movie Boys in the Hood?
Yeah.
I've been raving about this Boys in the Hood t-shirt that I saw online, and she got it for me, so.
Your wife?
Yeah.
Such a nice wife.
Yeah.
Such a nice wife.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the watches. What watches did you get? Do you remember that?
I got a vintage Benrus from 1998 and the Casio that I'm wearing now.
Nice.
So,
do you know where your wife got that vintage watch online? Did you pick it or?
Nah, she picked it. I have no clue.
Oh wow, that's cool.
I have no clue. Yeah. So
that's super cool. I know a lot of people reviewed this Casio. It's what, $15, $14, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. So what are some of the cool features about it? I know world time. So how many different countries or what is it? What's the deal with it?
Yo, so far I've seen like 8 different time zones.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? And I love like the world map on it.
Yeah.
You know, like this thing is just, oh my God.
So you opted for the resin version?
Yeah, the resin version because the I liked it, the stainless steel version, but you know, Casio and they stainless steel is kind of like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I know they came out with the new line, right, of like titanium and stuff like that. So I've never actually seen one, so I can't really.
Right.
I feel bad kind of judging it. Actually, you know what? I'm lying. I did see one. I didn't hold it, but I recently went to Macy's and I was checking out. Mm-hmm. I always go whenever I go with the wife. I always kind of get lost in the watch section, right? But it's sad what they offer, and it's crazy. Well, I'm deviating from what I was going to tell you. I actually saw one of the metal ones, but it was black. So just by looking at it on behind the glass, you don't really get a sense as to. I mean, it looked fine. But I didn't actually hold it or play with it.
What was the price they had it for?
I didn't even check, but I'm sure it was expensive. But you know what? Macy's had some amazing deals for December. Actually, they had a lot of prices on different things like Bulova Lunar Pilot and other things that actually beat the prices of Amazon and eBay and stuff like that. So
Really?
yeah, no, for sure. So don't if you're listening to this, don't dismiss Macy's. I know a lot of us do because it's a department store, and we know that they gouge their prices and they want to take advantage of people that don't know about watches. And speaking of, what I was going to say was sad is it's the second time I see this. Right, I see a young kid go in, and I'm assuming it's their mom or their parent or something. And young, I'm talking in their maybe late teens, early 20s. I mean, they kind of look around that age, and they're just kind of looking around, and they start off kind of like in the Seiko section, and they kind of move to the Bulova section, and eventually end up in the Armani section, and they're looking at the Armani, they're looking at the Diesel, and I'm like, oh man, like you started off well,
Right.
but it's like it's two things. I think it's an aesthetic reason why they don't go for that, and a price reason, because it's so funny. I've been there and I could hear the conversations. These two individuals, completely different nationalities. I think the first guys were Hispanic. This one, I think it was Middle Eastern. Not that it matters, but this is just to show you that this is not a I guess a nationality thing why they pick what they pick. But they were leaning towards the Bulova, both of them, because Bulova is very, Bulova is very loud. All their designs are big, and they're kind of flashy and everything. So I mean, they're very nice. But the thing about Bulova also, and we know this, they're a little overpriced. They're the $300, $400, $500 range, and for what they offer, we know there's better options out there. But anyways, when people see that price point, they kind of freak out and they go, "That's a lot of money for a watch."
Right.
Watch guys, we go $500. But what does it offer? And if it's a good offering for us, it's not a lot of money.
Right.
I mean, it is, but it isn't, because we're watch guys and we're used to hearing $70,000, $50,000, $20,000.
Right.
To us, it's like it's a lot, but we get it because of the craftsmanship, the everything, the history, and whatever, right? But yeah, I just wanted to kind of touch base on that, then to kind of segue towards fashion watches. And I know we talked about it, but
oh god, yeah, they the fashion watch experts in that mode.
Yeah. So, and the craziest thing is I hear the people behind the counter, and I don't blame them. I mean, they just applied there at Macy's because they need a job. They're not watch experts, and not only that, they're doing multiple things at Macy's, right? They're working with the shoes and with this and with that and the jewelry. They need to know all these things. But poor girl, I mean, she was just like, "Well, which one do you like? Yeah, that one. Yeah, that was cool." Like, she wasn't offering anything. And I seriously felt like jumping in and asking the guy, "Hey, let's start with the basics. What do you want this watch for? Do you need water resistance? How much water resistance? Do you want an everyday watch?" I mean, there's just so many things I wanted to talk about. And that's why we have YouTube channels. Unfortunately, the people that look at our YouTube channel are enthusiasts. Most people already know what the heck's going on. And a lot of these kids won't.
So let me ask.
Yeah.
If you worked at Macy's in the watch department specifically, and someone came up saying, "Okay, I really like this Michael Kors watch," would you deter them? Because I know they have a Seiko section, they have a Citizen section, Bulova section. I can't think of any others that would be.
Well, they have Coach, Michael Kors, they have Fossil, they have Tissot.
Yeah, okay. They have. So I'm talking about as far as with real horological history.
Oh, real ones. They have Tissot.
Yeah.
They have Citizen. They have Seiko. They have Bulova.
And I think that's about it.
I don't want to say Movado. They have Movado, but Movado, they're garbage. They used to be nice. They used to be good. Now they turned something else.
So would you like
Casio?
Casio, yeah. So would you deter someone looking at, let's say, like a Guess watch or a Michael Kors to, let's look at this Citizen. You know what I'm saying? Same watch.
I would.
You would? Okay.
I would, 100%. And I think, to be honest with you, I don't think I will be able to work in a position like that. And the reason why is because I know there's so many deals online. I would feel extremely bad to sell these kids or girls a watch that I know it's kind of fetching a premium right there in the store when they could be saving a lot more. And I would love to maybe redirect them to like another website and then talk to them about changing the strap. A lot of people don't know. This is like the simplest thing, right? I've spoken to a lot of people that are kind of not watch enthusiasts, and they have no clue about changing the strap on it. Because
Right.
I've had friends tell me, "Oh, I really like that watch, but I don't like the strap it comes on. Is there something else?" And I tell them, "Don't be focused on that. That's the least of your worries. The main thing you got to focus on is the watch." And they're like,
Right.
they look at me like I'm speaking a foreign language. They're like, "What the heck? What do you mean you could change it? That's probably expensive. That's probably difficult." It's like, no, it's not. Well, I don't know how to do it. And that's the one thing that us as watch enthusiasts, we need to spread the word. If people only knew that you could customize the watch like you could customize an Apple Watch, a lot of people know about that. You know why? Because you go to Target, you go to Walmart, you go Best Buy, you go anywhere you go, and in the Apple section they feature a ton of different straps for the Apple Watch.
Oh,
so
yeah.
everybody knows about that. And the thing about it is they're all quick release. So they're like super
Right.
simple to swap out. You don't need a tool.
Right. Yeah.
Watchmakers really need to think about that, doing the quick release system.
Quick release.
because,
Yeah.
Believe me, I love a quick release because when you need a tool, it's a pain. Sometimes you
Yeah.
can't figure it out. You scratch up
Yeah.
the case. I mean, it's difficult, man. So
I mean, I like it. The red leather strap I got for the
yeah,
Swiss Army.
looking like Richard Pryor there when he was doing stand-up comedy.
Right. Right. That's a quick release.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, wow.
No,
That's nice.
I don't have many in my collection. In fact, out of all the straps I have, I only have one that's a quick release. It's the one from Cheap as NATO's. It makes life so much easier. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's on the start. So whenever
Yeah.
I want to swap it out, it literally just a few seconds, just boom, boom. But when I
Right.
have to get my tools and I have to make sure the spring bar doesn't go into my eye, and I
Right.
can't tell you the number of times I'm
Or
almost in, and then
or-
boom, it goes flying across the room.
Yeah. That's the most aggravating shit ever.
It is, especially when you're
No.
when you're in a hurry, right? You're like, hey,
Right.
I wanna match my outfit. I really want to wear this, and the wife is wearing for you, or you're running late. There's just no way.
Right.
You're like, I got to go with
Mhm.
something else. Then,
Right.
oh
And
man,
then the spring bar fly across the room, and you can't find another one to fit it.
that's like the worst. You're like,
Like,
should
yo.
I get a magnet and start kind of going
Right.
inch by inch?
Right.
That's hilarious, man.
And then all of a sudden, a few weeks later, you find it on the floor some damn where, like, damn, what the hell?
That's
Oh my
hilarious.
god.
That's funny. Well, I mean, that's the reason why we get those toolkits, and they come with a bunch of different spring bars
Right.
and stuff like that.
But do you know? Have you changed your strap so much that the actual spring bar tool like starts to wear down?
Yes. And I've changed it so much that the actual spring bar, because they're kind of cheap, they break on me. So
Yeah.
yes, I've had that. If you're a real watch enthusiast and you do this enough, yes. The answer is yes.
I've tried to do video. I've done videos where I like switched out straps and shit. But the thing is, like, the behind the scenes, like, it may take me like 15, 20 minutes just to get it right. So then you have to cut, edit, and oh my god.
Well, you seen my videos lately. What I really like doing when I'm discussing a watch, or when I'm doing a review, I always make sure that I change the straps, because one of my pet peeves for watch reviewers, when I see a watch that I'm really interested in, I always want to know, well, what does it look like aside from the strap that it comes on?
Right.
So I have to jump on Instagram, I have to go on Google, I have to do so. For me, it's like, you know what, I want to give my audience everything that I would like. So yes, you are correct. When I'm changing the straps, it takes a while. So yes, it takes, when I do that portion of my video, I know it's going to take me at least an hour just to film whatever I'm filming, changing the straps, making sure that everything looks nice again. Like, people don't realize the behind the scenes that goes into all of that, especially the podcast. I mean, people, we talk outside of the podcast, we brainstorm. We gotta write everything down. So this is no easy task, especially with our families. We have jobs. I mean, we have a lot of different things. We always record on Sunday. It's almost 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, California time. So that's why we appreciate everything. you guys do for us with the listeners, and every time you give us feedback, it means the world because we're doing this not just for us, but we wanna become somebody in the watch world, and it's just the honest truth. I mean, I know we're not gonna be the next Tim Malso or something big like that, but hey, as long as people take us seriously,
Oh yeah.
we have a voice. That's awesome, and we'll get a little bit more into that about our goals in 2020 and what the things that we got coming. But let me do my wristwatch check before we take the whole hour just talking about our wrist.
Hold on, wait. I got one more thing. Since we talking about the straps, why does Casio make it so damn hard to put a NATO strap on?
Yes.
Why?
You know what? I got a video coming on that on my G Shock. Is the GW
I was going
100?
yeah 100. Hey, I was gonna ask you about that. Like, how did you spool it? When I saw the picture of you in the snow, I said, "Oh, he did change the strap on there." I said,
Yeah,
"Okay." I wonder how he did that.
I have the
Okay,
video. I have the
all right,
video
all
coming
right.
up.
I'll be waiting.
You have to buy accessories for it, of course.
Oh
So if,
God.
if you take off the straps, you
Uh
can't put a NATO. They sell an adapter that I'll show it in the video. But yeah, it
yeah.
costs.
Okay.
I was talking to, I think in our last episode I talked about it. So basically, if you get it from Casio, it's like $20 for that accessory. It's like two little plastic resin pieces that are the end links. They
Oh
come with
God.
a spring bar. But I got them from this Chinese company on eBay for $9. It came
Oh
with
okay.
the two
Yeah.
little
Okay.
resin
I remember
pieces,
that.
spring
Yeah.
bars.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it actually works really well. And what I did, I know in my last episode, I was like, but I think I made a mistake because now the NATO makes the watch sit a lot higher. Well, what I did, I cut the NATO, so
Right.
now it's a single strap pass. NATO, or I don't know what you want to call it now. That's a single pass, and it made
Mm-hmm.
a world of difference. Now it's super
Okay.
comfortable. It sits on my wrist really nice. And when I was in the snow, it was super cool because having the NATO gives you the ability to either wear it on your wrist
Right.
or
Or off
wear
your
it on
wrist.
top or on
Right.
top of your jacket. That way, when you're doing things or whatever, you could just look down and you have it on top of your jacket. I thought it was like
Right.
super cool. I was like, I gotta feature this. So I recorded myself in the snow and different things. So I'm gonna do a video on that just to show how rugged this watch is and how cool it looks.
Yeah. That's
Again,
hot.
yeah. So we're doing that, but the wrist check. So what am I wearing? I am wearing my Christmas gift, my Bulova Lunar Pilot.
Mm.
I did a review on this guy as well, so go to SoCal Watch Reviews on YouTube. Check it out. I actually did an
Yeah.
unboxing and a review. I got the PV version, my friend. There's 4 different iterations of this guy. I went with this black one just because my wrist is a little smaller, and this guy is 45 millimeters all in all, lug to lug, so it is a little big. But the black actually just makes it look a little smaller. I don't know how, but it just does. And I love it so far. I did change the strap on it. I put it on this really cool vintage looking leather strap from Watch Gecko, and it just
Right.
completely changed the watch. Nothing wrong with the strap it came on. It was like a black leather strap, kind of NATO style,
Right.
but it's not because it actually gets connected to the watch in a traditional way
Mm-hmm.
on each one of the lugs. But I don't know, just having an all black watch has never been one of my things. That's why I switched the Casio G Shock to this kind of army green color, olive green NATO. I just
Yeah.
like playing with different things, So
Right.
far, I
Right.
love it, man.
Absolutely.
It's been awesome, and believe it or not, I've gotten so many compliments on this just from regular folks. I went to Old Navy, I forgot what supermarket, family members. They look at this thing and oh, what is that? That's really
Right.
nice. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you really think about it, you kind of look at it, since it's kind of big and it kind of looks like a fashion watch at first glance, people like that kind of stuff, and that's
Right. Yeah.
again, that's kind of what we're going back to. When people, what are they drawn to? They're drawn to that kind of big, kind of fashion looking watch. Now, watch enthusiasts move away from the big things and like the more smaller things. And here's the beauty about me, and I know you too. We could appreciate both watches. We could go for a 34 millimeter all
Oh
the way
yeah.
up to a 45 millimeter and be okay
Mm-hmm.
with it. We're not snobby in that way. We're cool, whatever. We love watches. It doesn't matter. Like, you know what? At the end of the day, we or people are so fixated on what other people are gonna think, what other people are gonna say about them, how they're gonna come across. You know what? Screw everybody else.
Oh
The
yeah.
main thing, people, how do you feel about the watch? How do you feel about your shoes? How do you feel about the car you're driving? What matters is you, and then guess what? You. So that's, if
That's
you
right.
take anything away from us, is that be comfortable in your own skin, wear whatever the hell you want. And this, for me, I love it. Not just the looks of it, but the history of it. I mean, it's
Right.
crazy
Right.
that the Omega Speedmaster gets all the love because NASA actually picked them, which all of my respect to them. And I love the
Oh
Speedmaster, one of
yeah.
my grails.
Oh yeah.
I'm not bashing them, but you could have a Speedmaster for over $5,000. You could pick up this guy. Full disclosure, again, we're transparent on this podcast. I picked up this guy on eBay, brand new, box, papers, warranty card, but I picked it up from a resell or from a seller that only sells refurbished products. I was a little hesitant, but I did my research. I was like, okay, I'll give him a shot, right?
Right.
This watch, brand new, everywhere. Joma Shop, everywhere. You could pick it up for a little over $300, right?
Mm.
This watch, I ended up picking it up for $160. Furthermore,
Yeah.
when I got it, and this is a huge discussion I had with P and I had with Fred from Shaluso, on the actual back, on the case back, there is a B, the logo for Bulova. It is engraved on the case back in a color white. They finished it in white, or it's lasered in. And I looked at other pictures of this watch and I was like, it does not feature that. Why does it have that? Well, turns out that Bulova, I don't know about other companies, but Bulova, when somebody returns something, whether it be Macy's, Nordstrom, online, whatever, and it goes back to them and they have to open it up, make sure it has a new battery, and make sure it's ready to be resold as refurbished, they make a marking on it just to make sure that people don't sell it as brand new and rip you off.
Right. Right.
So I was extremely upset because I am picky with my things, right? I just paid money, even though it's $160 and it was a huge discount. The fact that they didn't mention it in the actual eBay listing, it pissed me off because I sell things on eBay and I'm very transparent about things, whether it's has a crack or it's dirty or scratch or whatever. I'm very transparent about that. So I called them out. Long story short, I actually ended up getting $15 back as a credit, and I ended up keeping the watch. So all in all, I got a oh, there goes P making the hot pockets again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Nah, green tea, bro. Green tea. Green tea.
whatever. So anyways, long story short, I ended up picking up this watch, brand new, box, papers, warranty card for $145. So people, do your research, and if you're okay with a little marking on the back that nobody's ever gonna see, and if they do, it's a cool thing because it's unique, it's different, and it's actually from Bulova. So I got it for $145. So that was my Christmas gift.
I mean, to me, it's nothing. Like the B means nothing. You know what I mean? So
Well, I was making a big deal about it. And
right.
I was going to return it and everything. But P asked me, he's like, look, how important is it to you, or how much does it bother you that you're going to return it? And in turn, you're going to have to pay $300, $150 more just for a watch that doesn't have that B on it.
Right.
So to me, it just didn't make sense because I do have my eye on other things, and I want accessories and I want different things. So I was like, you know what? You're 100% right. Not only
that, it was one of your grails, though.
it was.
You know what I mean?
It is.
So,
it is. It is. It is. Yeah. No, it definitely is. And I'm happy with it. I've worn it. I've been wearing it, and I'm happy. I'm happy with it. And it's just, again, it goes back to one of those things where, as long as you're happy, it's all that matters. And I am. It's not often that I walk around with this and take it off and show people the case back. And even if I did,
right.
guaranteed they wouldn't say, well, why is that B there? Because
Right.
it is a Bulova logo. Unless they had it next to another one and they were comparing them, then they'd be able to
Right.
see it or whatever. So, whatever. But anyways, that's the wrist check. That's a little bit about our Christmas gifts, what we got, and I got my wife she had the Apple One generation, Series 1 or whatever. I actually ended up getting her the Series 5. So yes, my wife got a more expensive watch for Christmas than I did. And I would say that she's loving it, but she still hasn't worn it. It's still in the box.
She'll get to it.
Yeah.
She'll get to it.
But I'm excited about it because I really want to review it on the channel. I'm a little nervous because I don't really know much about those watches, but it'll be cool to feature it, just to kind of maybe compare it or do a versus, right? Pick one of my watches and and see who wins in what aspect or whatever. But
Right.
something we're going to talk about then, P. It's the best and the worst of 2019. So I'll let you go
Yeah.
first. Let's start it off. See, I want to hear what you got. By the way, P hasn't heard my picks. I haven't heard his. So let's get into it. This is our reaction to each other's
Right.
picks. Let's see what you got.
All right. First on my list is the Oars Diver 65 chronograph.
Wait, so are you doing best or worst for you?
Best. This is best.
Oh, okay. So the Oars, what was it?
Diver 65 chronograph, 43 millimeters, stainless steel. It looks like a brown distressed leather strap, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? Sapphire crystal, Swiss made mechanical movement. Like, this thing is like awesome. You know what I'm saying? And it's an older version of a watch they did in 1965. So a later model that is.
Yeah, no, for sure, right? And that's geez, like okay, I don't want to give it away, but okay, that something like that was on my list, so that's super cool, man. Yeah. Oris doesn't get enough love. Oh, you know what? I take that back. They've actually been getting some love. 2019, I think it was Oris's year. I mean, a lot of people talked about them. You know. With I don't want to talk about things because I do have Oris on my list. But yeah, I'm looking at this thing. You know, this is beautiful, P. This is a really good pick. Oh my goodness. Something about that style. Something, you know, that yellow printing of the Oars logo and where it says water resistance. 100 meters Swiss made. That is so cool. Even the numbers that they picked for these subdials, very vintage inspired.
Oh yeah.
This is nice, man. Yeah,
yes, sir.
Wow, 43 applied. This is super cool. Good pick, man.
Oh yeah.
Gotta give it to you. So yeah, it has a caliber as 771. This is a Lita 510 base. Okay, so that's the cool thing about Oris too, that they're very transparent about their movements.
Right.
And they don't claim to be in house. I know some of the watches obviously started having the in house, but that is super cool.
I mean, that's why I liked it. You know what I mean? Like, and you will see it's a pattern as I go down the list.
Got it.
You will see a pattern.
I guess the only thing that I kind of, I don't have something against this, but it is a little pricey in my opinion, especially on the leather strap is $4,000, and on the bracelet is $4,250. I would definitely go for the bracelet. It's $250 more, but
for sure.
But anyway, sorry. All right, cool. Let's do it. What else? What do you got?
The Breitling Aviator 8B01 chronograph, 43 millimeters. Yo, now I'm a Navitimer guy.
Yeah.
But I thought this one was awesomely spectacular, and it's on a brown leather strap. I'm choosing the brown leather strap. You know
I see a pattern here. You're liking leather, huh?
Yeah, man. The hands on it got the red outline. You know what I mean? Chronograph. The one at the 3 and the one at the 6 are red. Then they changed it up with the one on the 9 and made the hand black. Like, I think that's like genius for some reason. I don't know why, but that thing looks great.
So is it the chronograph, right? Not the
the chronograph.
Okay. And which one is it? The B01? The Aviator 8?
Yeah.
B01 chronograph. They call it the Mosquito. That's
the Mosquito.
What the heck? It's a little pricey, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's almost $8,000.
I went the Fred route on this one, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how we had the watches like affordable? I went the Fred route from Shaluso with the expensive shit. You see what I'm saying?
Well, you typically always go for the affordable stuff. You know, you're always talking Timex and
right. I went kind of high with this one.
That's
you know
good.
What I mean?
Yeah, I like it.
You know what I mean? So that's that. But my next one, I think, is definitely affordable, but I think it's as luxurious, as good looking as it's. So my third pick is Longines 1832 Heritage Moon Phase, 40 millimeters, stainless steel, brown alligator leather strap.
Wow. Now,
Yo,
long jeans is not that expensive. What?
nah.
Do you happen to know the price on that guy?
This one is going for about 1,700.
Oh man,
So
wow,
it's definitely in like my affordable range if I wanted to get kicked out. You know what I mean?
affordable range.
Yeah, if I wanted to get kicked out, you know. So
This is
yeah,
beautiful, man.
yes, sir.
I am looking at it
Yeah.
now. It's 1832 with that
Uh
croc
huh.
leather strap.
Oh my
Now the
god.
moon face, right? The moon face. You
Yeah, the
went for the
moon
moon
phase, moon
face.
phase, moon phase.
This is beautiful.
You know,
Wow.
and the moon phase to me, like I love like moon phase watches. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
have one yet, but you
Yeah,
know
me
what I'm saying.
neither. So fun.
2020 would be my year for that. So
They have, if you go to vintage, right? I know I've seen a lot of, well, depending how much money you want to spend, but I know like a Citizen, you could get like old school Citizens with moon faces, even newer ones, like really, really inexpensive. I know this is not a true moon face, but Orient offers the sun and moon.
right,
That's really cool too. It's not automatic though. It's all quartz. Now,
right.
as far as this thing goes, I mean, it's extremely elegant. Your long jeans that you're picking, it is automatic. The only thing I don't like, it's 30 meters water resistant. I would like to at least
Oh
see
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
would like to see 100, just
yeah.
because you got to wash your hands and you got to walk in the rain. So 30, I don't know, but
I think 30 would be enough to walk in the
you
rain.
think?
Yeah, to
I'll be a
walk in the
little
rain. Yeah,
nervous, but
yeah. But then
okay.
again, I wouldn't wear it in the rain. Well, there are some days where it just rains out the blue.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So yeah,
This is cool. I like this pick
yeah.
though. It's really
Yes,
cool,
sir.
man. What do you have more? Or?
Yeah, I have two more. I have
Oh, look at you. All right.
uh AP code 1159.
Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah, yeah. And you know why they called it that, right?
I did and I forgot. Can you remind me?
The biggest launch since 1972, the year of the Royal Oak.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Self-winding chronograph, 18 karat pink case, gold case. It has a curved sapphire crystal. Now, but the price range is like,
Yeah,
oh my god,
expensive.
oh shit, damn near $40,000. But I think it's nice looking, man.
Okay.
I really do.
No comment because I have something like that on my list, so I'll get to it when I get to mine. But no
Okay,
comment.
okay, okay. All right, all right.
I'm glad you put the movement watch on the list.
Oh man, yo! At my last pick, I had to go affordable.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, so I picked the Q Timex Pepsi.
Mm,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? That was all the rage of
Yeah,
2019.
it was.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I think Timex is doing excellent right now. You know what I'm saying? They had
Well,
one.
kind
They
of.
had one. They had one mishap this year. I think maybe one or
Hmm.
two, but for the most part, yeah, they've been doing all right.
They'll
So,
make up for it if they come out with that Batman that you and I talked about. Because so far, it was supposed to be sold in January.
uh,
January is here, and I haven't seen anything. So they
oh
better
my
not let us down
god,
because we put that thing everywhere online.
yeah,
So it's
I
gonna make us
know,
look like fools.
right, right, yeah, I know.
Q
I was thinking about that earlier,
Q Timex
but
Pepsi. Yeah, you gotta
right,
be honest with you. So I got the Q Timex, and I got it into to review it. Right, so I did an unboxing video. I did a review on it, and this. I did not wear that watch for months.
right,
I had it in the box. I had it for sale, but of course because Timex kept releasing these things, they weren't that special anymore. So
right. Uh huh.
nobody bought it, and I was basically selling it for the same amount that I got it, but I had to up the price a little bit because of the eBay fees. Because that's how I sell my
Right.
stuff on eBay. So that extra, I don't know, 30-40 bucks I was asking for, it didn't sell. But tell you what, P, I was going out to recently in December to a party. A party. It was a party for my
Mm-hmm.
son or something like that. One of his friends. So I told my wife, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to sell this thing. Timex just released a bunch of them. They're still on the website. They haven't sold out. Nobody's going to buy it from me at that price because, again, she's like, well, whatever. I care less. Do whatever you want to do. Right. So I took off all the stickers, and I've been wearing it. I've worn it probably 4 times now, and I got to say, yep, I've worn it 4 times, and the whole day, too, not just for like a little bit. I've worn it 4 times, and I got to say that...
Did you take the bracelet off?
No, I actually kept it. I was gonna change it, but the thing about the Q Timex, that the way that the case is, where as opposed to where the lug holes are in the back, you need a strap that comes out, but then kind of goes to the side to taper where the case is. It's a weird explanation. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go on my Instagram and you can see it. Check it out. So anyways, I did not change the strap on it. I just kind of kept that old school. And one thing I do have to say, it's a hair puller. Oh my God, it pulled my hair so bad. But it's only when it moves up your wrist and stuff like that. So I kind of make sure that it's not moving. But when it does move it, you can feel it. You're, ouch. Yeah. But I gotta say that when you're wearing that watch, it is so under the radar because number one is light. Number two, the profile on it is so small that it doesn't. It just goes under the cuff so nice. And when it does poke out a little bit, and you see that kind of cool little Pepsi bezel and the Fotina loom that they have on it, I personally really like it. And I was like, I get it. I didn't get it because I didn't wear the watch. And to me, it was just like, it was kind of ugly with the bracelet. I wasn't a fan of it. But now that I actually wore it, and I actually have a picture of it, I was just kind of kicking back. I had jeans, a Nike sweatshirt, and my Jordan shoes. So that... What? You didn't see that picture? Come on, man. It's on Instagram. So
is it? Oh, yeah. With the red tip Jordans. Okay. Okay.
So I have some red, black, and white Jordans. The red played off on the bezel so nicely that I was like,
that was hot.
This is so cool. You know what I mean? So, and I don't have any red watches in my collection. I don't have any blue watches in my collection. So this thing just hits so many points. So I'm deviating from the list here again. But the Q Timex, if you have an opportunity to actually look at one in the flesh, and I'm telling you too, P, because I know for a fact you will love that watch. You know, but it's not inexpensive. It's almost $200 for a quart.
It's definitely coming in 2019. I mean 2020. Damn. So,
all right. So let's definitely. So you got 4 on your list. Any more on the best? That's it.
That was 5.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
there you go. 5. There you go.
So
let's go to your worst. I'm curious.
On to the worst. I really hated to put this one on the list, but the Tissot Heritage 1973 chronograph. My problem with it is the case design. I actually have a Timex with the same case design.
Really?
But it's something like 36 millimeters. This one is too big, I think, for this watch, for this case size.
So 1970, what is it?
Heritage 1973 chronograph.
Okay.
Yeah. And then for the price, you're getting for $1,600 damn near, you're getting a satin polished stainless steel case with a black calf leather strap. No, I don't think so. You know, and I know it's in the motor racing genre of watches. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I'm just not feeling that. I'm not feeling that at all.
Yeah, so I do see it right here. Yeah. So it's 46 millimeters. Wow. I wonder if that's... Well, I mean, it's kind of a weird... What would you say this is? Kind of like a turtle. If you were talking Seiko, it's almost like a turtle design, right? Kind of.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't have. It almost looks like a Q Timex, because it's like kind of the lugs come from the bottom of the watch. It's kind of like integrated lugs, if you would, and it does have that automatic movement. I think this is a little pricey for a Tissot.
Yeah, for sure. And it missed the mark to me. It missed the mark.
So let me ask you something. If this watch was a little bit less expensive, let's say you get an automatic chronograph. Let's say it was, $800 would still miss the mark for you.
Yeah, it would because I don't like the big case design of that particular design of the case. I don't like. I think that's too big.
So what would be the
43.
perfect? So 40, 42?
Nah, somewhere around. I would say 36, 38.
Huh.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You know.
Yeah.
You
All
know,
right.
I can do like, you know what I'm saying, like the bigger 45 and all that. I could do that, but
But not
on
with this case
some,
shape.
not with that K shape. No.
That makes sense.
Mm-mm.
Cool. All right.
No.
Next.
You have the Tag Heuer
Mm.
Monaco 2009,
Yeah.
2019 limited edition stainless steel black calfskin leather strap, perforated racer strap. Now, my problem with this watch is everything. Everything. I don't like the square design. Um,
What do you like
I
the original design? Do you like the original Monaco?
yeah, I like that one, but this one here, like I can't. I guess I'm just not a racing guy. I mean, the size is perfect at 39 millimeters, but I just
It's expensive too. I bet.
yeah,
Yeah.
$4,500.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And usually I like most stuff Tag do, you know, but this here I don't
No.
like
Miss the mark for you.
the chronograph shape. I definitely don't like the fact that, you know, and this is like on any watch because I'm a right-handed guy. You know what I'm saying? With the crown being on the left side, like
Mm.
that's like so aggravating to me. And it's aggravating for me to have a watch on my right hand because look, I just be
I'm
all
with you.
ass
Yeah.
backwards. You
Yeah,
know
I'm
what I
with you.
mean? So, you know, I don't like the placement of the function pushers. It's just everything about this. It's just
No, I'm with you. And maybe this is people are gonna hate me for this, but I don't really like the Tech Monaco, even the original one.
right,
I don't hate it, but
right,
it's never been. I don't really like square watches for whatever reason. Even the
right.
tanks to me, it's like I don't. I appreciate them or the Reverso. I think they look very, very nice, but I've never been a fan of them. But
Right,
then
right,
again, I've never tried one on. So
right.
just like the Q Timex, I even owned the damn thing, and I said that I didn't like it until I actually wore it the whole day. You know, not just
Right.
wore it just for 5 minutes. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
all right, cool, all right, I'm with you on that.
All right.
Next, what do you got?
My third one, I don't think this is going to be surprising to many people, but the Q Timex Falcon Eye.
Mm,
Now, how can I explain this? Such a Timex fanboy. But yo, I love the blue dial. I just think that the gold outlining was unnecessary.
yeah,
And I think the bracelet was unnecessary on this one. You know what I mean? I seen a few pictures of some people wearing it, and it looked okay, but I wouldn't put it on my wrist.
no,
You
that's a
know what I mean?
horrible looking piece. Seriously, it's
You
like
know what I mean?
yeah. How do you go
Like,
from that Q Timex Pepsi, which was a smash,
right,
hit success, to this ugly looking piece of garbage?
right.
And like you said, they should have kept it on the bracelet that the original Timex the Pepsi one came in.
Yeah,
Why do you even mess with it that much? Just if it's a success, just change the colorway on it. Just like
yeah.
if the Batman was the real thing, I mean, I guarantee that'll be a smashing success
Oh,
because they would
hell
change
yeah.
the movement. It looks beautiful. Yeah,
Right.
that Falcon Eye for me just looks horrible, man.
You know, I wish a falcon would come and swoop it up and throw it somewhere. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and the funniest thing is they were pushing it, doing the marketing and everything, and it just never sold out. I guarantee they're gonna go on sale at one point because nobody wants that garbage. Even on
I mean,
Instagram, like,
I think the marketing was nice for it. Like,
no,
you know,
yeah,
like it was
nothing wrong with
nice,
it.
but
The watch
the
itself
watch was
sucks.
just,
Like promoting, a piece of
mm-mm.
piece of crap is like, here, look, it's the
Like,
best thing in the world, and no one's gonna get it.
like I said, they can't. If I had my choice, I would say Timex was the big hit in 2019. But that's just my
For the most part, yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, for the most
You
part.
know. But, you know, shit. Falcon Eye just flew over my head. Literally.
Yeah,
Shit.
no. I'm with you. And I think a
Now,
lot of people are too.
yeah. Now, my fourth is the recent Seiko 5 line. You know,
Yep.
I don't get how like the Seiko 5 was such a successful line, being the fact that when they actually created the Seiko 5, they wanted to make an affordable watch.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And for them to jump from that, and then and Seiko 5 stood for 5 separate things. Like, I can't even remember it. I can't even remember right now.
Well, one of them was being an automatic movement.
Right, being an automatic movement, yeah. You know what I mean?
Date, I think, was another.
Date.
Yeah, I forgot.
It escaped me. But, and they came through with those principles for this watch.
Right.
But, now with this new line, I don't even think they look as good as the ones they came out with previously. And the price is even more. You know what I mean? Like, I don't...
Yeah.
It's not... If I'm going to pay that much for a watch, I would rather get a SARB.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even touch a Seiko 5. I would even get, like, something like a Seiko 5 Sports before I touch that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think it's just terrible. I think they're making a big mistake. But, hey, it's their money. It is what it is.
It is, yep.
Like I said, everybody you love can't do everything right. You know what I mean? I'm just one that believe that they'll see the mistake that they made, and I'm pretty sure they've heard about it through the community. You know what I'm saying? I know there's some people out there that actually love this new line and think it's cool, but I just don't.
Well, I'm not talking much or saying much because that was actually on my list. I'm not going to tell you if it was on my worst or on my best, but I'll discuss a little bit more when I get to it. But great minds think alike, and there's a few in here that are repeats for me too. So people, again, we didn't talk beforehand, so this is just the way it is.
Absolutely. So my last one, and this shouldn't come to a surprise to anyone, but any fake watch produced over the 2019 year.
Amen. Any fake watch produced ever.
right, ever. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that actually can pass as real. Especially those.
Those are the scary ones. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
the ones selling for like $1,000 or $800, and people actually pay that money. It's ridiculous.
Right, yeah, for sure. So, those are my 5 worst.
Okay, cool.
You know, and if you want to know about somebody getting busted with a fake IWC watch, y'all can go to the Ross Wristwatch Love channel and check out that video.
Yep, that was a good video, Ross.
You know what I'm saying? Because that was almost one that could have passed. But
yep, that was a good video. I do recommend checking that one out. The story in that is pretty good. So check it out, man. So my turn. Let's get into it. So let me start off with my best, I guess. So for me, Grand Seiko with the Seasons collection, all 4 of those guys just blew me away, especially the Winter. I mean, you get that heritage to this Grand Seiko and the prestige and the finishing and the dials. Oh my god, the dials for me just do it with Grand Seiko. One pet peeve that I do have with Grand Seiko is the power reserve indicator. I just don't know why they keep putting it in the front. They should move that to the back and have such a clean, simple dial design. But
yeah, I like that. That's hot.
You like it? I don't know, man. I think it just adds too much to the dial. But you know what? It's becoming a Grand Seiko thing. It's like everybody already knows it's going to come with that power reserve indicator in the front. But for me, that was a winner. Grand Seiko Seasons Collection. Not so much like the Godzilla release. I mean, I see the dial was really cool, whatever, but that's not even on my list. I'm just kind of honorable mention. Godzilla design, it just didn't do it for me. But the Godzilla
was hot.
Nah, I don't think so. But
That's
anyways,
not.
Grand Seiko Seasons Collection. That's
Which
it for
one?
me.
What dial would you choose though? If
The
you
Winter, the
the
Winter for
winter?
me.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
the
Cool.
Winter for me. In our last
Yeah.
podcast, I actually mentioned the reference number on that one, which I completely love, and it was the what is it, Grand Seiko SBGA 415,
Right.
40 millimeter sapphire titanium spring drive with the 9R65 movement. It is $6,300, but that is comparable to one of the Rolex's watches, if not even
Right.
better. And for the price, and you could actually get it if you go to the store and you have the
Mm-hmm.
money, you can actually get it. So
Right.
I like that one. That's number one pick on me.
Okay.
And number two pick, the Bulgari Octofinissimo Chrono GMT. I mean, this is the thinnest auto chrono in the world at 6.9 millimeters. When the first time I saw the Octofinissimo line, it just kind of
Uh.
blew me away. There's something about that aesthetic, right? It's kind of like a very genta like inspired kind of case, but in its own different. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I've never held one,
Oh
and
yeah,
I'm
that's nice.
dying to hold one. But yeah, the Bulgari definitely brought the heat in 2019. Octofinissimo line. They have
Yeah,
different
that's
ones,
nice.
but this is, imagine it's a not only is it a chronograph, but it's a GMT, and it's
Right.
the thinnest in the world. 6.9 millimeters. So I mean, the
Mm.
rotor is like tiny, a micro rotor or whatever. But it's awesome, man. It's awesome. It's an awesome
Yeah, I
looking
like
watch.
that. I like the way the date is between the 4 and the 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
everything
nice.
about this watch is
Yeah.
just really classy. So that's my pick for that. I really like that Bulgari
Okay. Cool.
Finissimo. Next, you had it on your list, and I just talked about it. The Key Timex, the Pepsi. To
Oh yeah.
me, it had to go on there. You know, it just, I hate the word disrupted, but it really did that. How did Timex go
Yo.
from everybody kind of dismissing it to being as hot as it was with that Pepsi version? It's crazy. Everybody was talking about it. Houdinki was talking about it. All these podcasts, all these YouTubers. It created so much buzz for
Yes, it did.
$179. So I'm telling you, owning one, is it worth the price? At that price, yes. Anything above $200 from resellers, no.
Right.
But
Right.
it's a cool looking watch, and I guarantee in the future, if they discontinue this watch or whatever, it's gonna be a classic.
Oh yeah.
Guarantee
Yeah.
it's gonna be a classic. People are gonna be like,
For
remember
sure.
2019 when Timex did that thing?
Right.
It's
Uh
gonna
huh.
be a classic. So that's number three on my list. Then number four on my list, the Oris Big Crown Pilot.
Ooh.
No, Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot X.
Ooh.
Badass watch. I
Now
mean,
that's nice. That was
talk
nice.
about or is doing something big, doing something different, bringing their own movement, and just saying, screw everybody else. This thing
Is,
was,
is that the caliber 115?
I think so.
Okay. All right.
Or is
Yeah.
it? I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't remember.
Yeah. I
To be
think it is.
honest.
I think it is. Yeah. Uh huh.
But I just
Let me
love
see.
that watch, and a lot of people had a lot of hate against it just because it's a skeletonized case, and
Yeah, that's it. That's the caliber 115. Yeah.
I think it
Yeah.
looks beautiful, man. I don't like skeletonized watches. Like, that's not
Right.
really my cup of tea. But this thing, I don't know. First time I saw it, I was like, just the design of it, just the way that the bracelet looks.
Yeah, I like the
It's
way
beautiful.
that bracelet taper off though.
Yeah, and then
That
it's
is
cool.
nice.
We kind of talked about the buckle, the way that the buckle opens up. It's almost like if you're in a it's a seatbelt of an airplane.
Right.
So I think that's super cool.
Is the
So
is
that
it does it have a display case back?
it does.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, no, it
Cool.
definitely does. It definitely
Yeah.
does. The price is another thing that people were kind of complaining about, and I get it. It's $7,600 for an Aura is a little expensive, but what you get, I mean, it's an in-house movement, right? A 10-day power reserve. I mean, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, I
So
like the way they got that on the chronograph right there too.
yeah,
Ten
titanium.
days. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I like this watch. 44 millimeters. Yeah, it's not the smallest, but I don't know, man. It's just, this watch is awesome. I've
Yeah.
never seen one in the metal, but I cannot wait to check one out. I just I know some people have said that it looks like the Terminator watch. I think that was somebody from 10 and 2. One of the cats said that,
Uh-huh.
and I agree with that. I mean, it does look very futuristic. It does look very mechanical,
Right.
but that's the appeal. I just I think it's really cool. I think it's very, very cool. Now, speaking of Auras, they did do another one, the Auras Diver 65, but the Houdinki edition. I know they 100 or 200 and something. It was a manual wine Salida movement. It just had that vintage kind of skin diver look to it, and it just I'm not a I've seen some of their Auras 65s and they're nice, but that specific one that they did with Houdinki, something about it. It was so cool, vintage inspired that it just did it for me. Now, again, it's not fair to pick something that's a limited release as a good thing as one of my best, but I did. I was like, you know what, honorable mention,
Right.
whatever. I'll just pick it.
Right.
So let's get into the worst. Worst, of course, the Bell and Ross BR05. Oh man, where do I start? I mean,
I can't wait to hear this one.
yeah,
I know
with
this
the
is about to
bracelet,
be a rant.
the bracelet alone, man. I mean, come on, Protect the Leap. It's just like a Nautilus, you know. It's like, and then the case shape is just an AP. It's like
Right.
everybody in 2019, everybody and their mom wanted to come out with a blue face steel watch, and it's
Right.
just so annoying to just do your own thing. I mean, Bell and Ross is a cool company. I mean, they
Right.
have very unique designs that you could tell from a mile away. So for them to want to copy somebody else and come out with something that looks like something else, it sucks, you know. But
And that's going for about $4,000, ain't
a
it?
little over $4,000. So it's just like,
Damn.
in my opinion, it just missed the mark. It missed the mark, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
At
a lot
what
of
price?
money.
At what price point would you buy it if you know what I'm saying? If you seen it,
Honestly, $1,200,
1,200. Okay.
1,200 maybe. But even then, it's just kind of like, I don't know, man. It's just it. I guess the reason I'm complaining about it is I'm starting to turn around on homage watches, right?
Right.
But when it comes to these price points, number one, the price points, and number two, a company that actually has its own look, for them to just take the easy way out and just say, we're going to copy something else. Look, you have so many cool looking watches in your collection. Why don't you do something unique? Why do you
Right.
have to copy other people when you have your own individuality? And
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? So that
Mm-hmm.
was one, and then kind of piggyback off of that, the Chopard Alpine Eagle, another one. They came out with the same thing, and it's like, oh,
That had a blue face, didn't it?
it did. So that
Okay.
one's actually really nice, but everything else is just a ripoff of like the AP and again the Patek, and it's just, it doesn't make any sense. And selling for over $10,000, it's ridiculous.
Right.
You know, it just doesn't make any sense for that one. And I actually did see that one in the metal. I was believe it or not, I didn't get a chance to touch it, but I had it in front of me, and I actually did see it. Beautiful, beautiful dial, but it. Nah, it just doesn't. And I know they talk about like, oh well, this is a reissue from our vintage watch. Well, the vintage watch was a ripoff of Magenta design. So
Right.
basically, all you did was take that and now make it even uglier and then come out with it. It just missed the mark for me. I mean, the finishing on it is great. I mean, it's Chopard, you know, that they do some amazing things. So nothing
Right.
to do with the quality of it, and nothing to do with the quality of it. It's
Just the
all
aesthetic.
just the aesthetic, just the aesthetic of it. It just basically what it is. It just missed the mark for me. I mean, I'm looking at it now, and yeah, it looks like a Patek, you know, and it just that's what it is, you know. It just doesn't do it for me. Another one, Tudor P01. Man, it could have been such a cool watch. I mean, I get it. They're doing something bold. They're doing something different. They're having the balls that Rolex doesn't have and coming out with something new, right? Something that was in their vault and never worked out for the Navy because they picked something else. They picked another Tudor. But when I look at that watch, I think of an SKX. I think of a Seiko. I mean, look at the crown at the 4 o'clock. What the hell? That's a Seiko thing. And then those the protectors, the bezel protectors or whatever. I mean, I get it from a military standpoint where, oh, well, this is going to protect the bezel and it's going to help it not move from where you have it set in the hour. But
Right.
it's ugly. What the hell? Like, it's ugly. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, Pete, but if it's a dive watch, why does it come with a leather strap? It just doesn't make any
Right.
sense, you
Right. For
know?
$4,000.
For over $4,000. Now, I give them credit where credit is due. Like I said, they were bold enough to do something different, but they missed the mark. To me, that Tudor P01 just missed the mark. And also, I know it pissed a lot of people off because they kept putting it out there. They kept teasing people that something was cooking, something was coming out, and people were like excited that it was going to be the Submariner, the old school vintage Submariner. People were crazy about it, including myself, because I was like, dang, if they come out with a Submariner that's a lot more affordable than the Rolex Submariner, and it has that really cool look to it at a much better price point. I mean, at one point, I may want to own that if I could afford it, but they didn't. They didn't, so that's
that the only thing I think I like about this is the way that they got the band on it set up. You know what I'm saying?
There's some cool things to it, but overall, it just doesn't work. You know?
Yeah. I feel you on that one.
AP code 1159 for me. Yes.
No.
So for me, not the perpetual calendar and not the skeletonized versions, because those are really, really cool looking, but they're $70,000 and plus. I get those. The thing about the Cody 1159 for me that doesn't work is the dial. So the aesthetic of it, the curved crystal, the lugs, the way that the lugs have like that kind of center opening, right? And even the leather strap and everything, it's cool. I like it. I appreciate it. I know they had to come up with some new machines to machine these cases and do the movement and everything. I get it. Look, I'm not hating on AP, and I know that everybody hates on them because the Royal Oak, that's all they do. And I get it. Now they're doing something different. I applaud that. I appreciate it. But they really missed the mark for me on just their cleaned out, you know, just the original ones, not original ones, but the not the tourbillon, not the perpetual calendar, just your time only type watches. To me, it looks like a movement watch, and I know it does to a lot of people as well, and it just, I don't know, man. I don't like those. So to say that the whole Cody 1159 line is garbage, or for me, it just is not pretty. It's not what I'm saying. I'm more specifically talking about some of the designs, because the case design itself is cool. I mean, I get it. To me, I think it's more about the dial. Like I said, the perpetual calendar is beautiful. It has it looks like a dark sky with a bunch of stars, and you have the moon phase, and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. But to me, it's just a simple one. It's just, they missed the mark. It looks very minimalistic or whatever, and it just looks like a movement watch. And for the price that you're paying, I mean, it's just insane. So I just don't.
Very, very expensive, very expensive. But I'm actually surprised at that you don't like this. Really
I don't. Surprised. I don't, to be honest with you. So yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I'm looking at it right now because I want to give some references. Is self-winding. I don't even know where the codes are for this, but yeah, even they're ugly, man. I'm sorry. It's just the regular ones. It's a dial though. It's nothing to do with the case. It's nothing to do with the crown, not the strap. It's the dial, because I'm telling you, once they changed to that perpetual calendar and that tourbillon and that skeletonized one, they actually look really nice. It's just the very simple ones, the dressy ones that I don't like, and I'm sorry for not having a reference number. I'm on their website and I just can't find it anywhere. But yeah, that's kind of what's gonna do it for me. And then the last one, you had it on your list, and I had to put it on my list. Seiko 5. So the fact that they're discontinuing the SKX, I get it, because it was running for such a long time, had the 7S26 movement. You couldn't hack it, you couldn't wind it. It was an outdated movement. I get it. But for them to come out with this new Seiko line and have the same case shape as the SKX, it's a slap in the face. Because they're bringing the 435 or 36 movement. Okay, but now you're taking this ISO rated 200 meter SKX watch, and now you're dumbing it down to 100 meters that doesn't have a screw down crown. What are you doing? Like it just
Right.
doesn't make sense. And then they wanna I know what Seiko's doing. They just want to appeal to people that go to Macy's and don't know anything about watches, because a lot of these watches, they came out with 25, 26 or something like that, different models of the Seiko 5, and they're all modified. So they basically
Right.
took a cue from the Seiko community that modifies the watches and basically did the same thing themselves. I get it.
Right.
Okay.
But I don't get like how, why and how they're trying to appeal to like people who shop at Macy's. Like I don't, and it's like their main fan base is turned off by it. You know what I
Is
mean?
this well? If you look at them, I mean, a lot of them have a different look and different aesthetic. Because if you look at it, SKX, it's just all stainless steel, very clean. It looks like a dive watch. That to me appeals more to, yeah, it appeals to regular folks, but it appeals a
Right.
lot to us, the consumer, the
Right.
watch people, because we kind of know that look. But when you take a watch now and you put it on a crazy NATO and you have this crazy dial and crazy color combinations and a PVD Coda case and everything, then it gives you an array of different options. So that's why people, I strongly feel they didn't do it for the watch community. They did it for the
Mm-hmm.
mass market to sell more watches. Now, is
Right.
it going to be a success for them? Absolutely, I guarantee. So for you to say that they're going to realize they made a mistake and everything, I don't
I
think
think so.
I don't think they care about the watch enthusiasts at the end of the day, to be honest with you. Or else they would have given us an SKX 2.0 per se, with a better movement, maybe a little bit more in price, but it would have been a better watch, and they're not doing that. Also, Seiko's going in the direction where they hate to be considered the cheap watch. And I just went to Macy's, okay? The watch section, Seiko had the smallest watch section. They kind of minimized it, and it was empty. So I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
wonder if they're gonna bring the Seiko 5s, but it was tiny. I'm like, all right, what is Seiko doing? Maybe they want to move away from these retail stores, and maybe they just want to sell online. I don't know what their premise is. What I do know is that they want to position themselves in a position to be a little bit more expensive. They hate to be
Right.
known as the cheap watch. And you could pick up Seiko 5s all day, brand new, for less than $100 online, and you can have
Right.
that 7s to 6 movement, and it's gonna be a simple looking watch, but it's the value that you get getting an automatic watch for less than $100. So
Right.
I don't know. I just don't like the Seiko 5 because it's a wannabe Seiko SKX. That's why I don't
Right.
like it,
And
because
it totally destroys like it don't destroy the original Seiko 5 line, but
well, with the price range it
it don't
does.
do it. With the price, but it don't do it no justice either.
It doesn't,
You
because
know what I'm
look,
saying?
one of the parameters of one of the features of the Seiko 5 line was affordability. Now at almost $300 or over $300, how the hell is that affordable?
Right.
That's not affordable. You're getting
But
into
but
a range.
but again, why would I pay that for that when I could get a SARB
You wouldn't.
or a
You wouldn't.
Prestige? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. But that's my picks. You got your picks. I got my picks. So yeah, I think we were pretty close on some of them. I think that we repeated a few of them, but that's just the
yeah,
way that
that's
it is.
cool.
As watch people, that's what it is. And anyways, let me tell our audience here about 2020 things to come. We're actually really excited. Our in a few weeks we're gonna have Kat from 10 and 2
Yeah,
join us. She accepted the invitation. We're super excited about that. Big things to come in 2020.
yeah,
Pete's actually working on our Facebook
yes,
page, so we're gonna be able to interact with you guys. So
yeah.
once that's ready, we'll promote it. That way, you guys
Oh
could
yeah,
go and we could talk. We could share pictures, share
right.
stories. If you guys are interested in coming on the podcast, we're super open, super cool with talking to anybody. So if you're open to it, send us a message for now on Instagram. My Instagram is SoCal Watch Reviews. P, what's yours?
Yeah, Ross Wristwatch Love.
So yeah, send us a message. Go on Instagram. Send us a message. Any ideas you have, or if you want to jump on the podcast, we'll be more than happy to have you on. And also check us out on YouTube. So SoCal Watch Reviews, my YouTube channel. P,
Ross Wristwatch Love.
and we're trying to get a little bit better at that YouTube thing. Obviously, we're not film. We don't film professionally or anything like that, but we just like to share the love. We like to share the things that we know with you guys. And yeah,
Yeah,
2020,
yeah,
our goal for 2020 is at the end we want to get to 40 episodes. So this is episode
right.
15. We want to get to 40, and we will get there. Right,
Oh
Pete?
yeah, oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? SoCal watch reviews. You know what I'm saying? Ross Rich Watch Love. We're gonna be the hottest in the watch community in 2020. Believe that.
No, absolutely. You better believe it,
Believe
man.
that.
We're
Believe
determined. We're
that.
determined. We want to do it.
Believe
So,
that. Believe that.
so yeah, let's do it, man. But
Yeah. Move over, Houdinky.
that's right. You heard it here. You heard it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, Pete. Well, that's great episode. Thank you so much for joining
Always,
me
brother. Always, brother.
and everybody else out there. Thank you so much for joining us. So as always, Pete, let's say goodbye to the people. You want to start first?
Yeah. I hope 2020 brings you everything that you desire, everything that you want. Just remember, God gives you what you need and not what you want. So
Correct.
just remember that and just keep it real. And I'll let my man Miguel finish the rest.
Absolutely, like he said, just that, as I always say, stay humble, and the reason I say that is because you need to be able to have an open mind, especially in this watch community. And starting in 2020, I want everybody to just be happy. Hopefully, you get what you work for, and you hit the nail on the head. God gives us what we need, not what we want. So if you want to get what you want, you got to work hard for it. So this is what we're doing here. And thank you so much for listening to another episode. This has been P and Miguel with SoCal Watch Reviews. So yeah, stay humble, my friends.
Peace.